Welcome to another episode of Unlocked with Daryl L. Davis. I'm your host today. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share the contents of this video. We're on location down here today in Henderson County, Rusk, Texas, where Michael Randall lost his life at the hands of a Rusk County Sheriff deputy that was over policing. And today on site, this happened on September the 14th of 2022, and they just released a body cam video of the officer a few days ago. And Miss Delia Gray took it up on her own to contact Michael's mom to set forth where we are today. And we have Michael's mom here. Would you like to state your name, ma'am?
Wendy Tippett.
Miss Wendy Tippett here, and we also has Michael's brother here.
I'm Doug.
Doug. And before we get started, we want to thank Doug for fighting for the country. He is a veteran. We want to thank all our veterans for fighting for the country and for protecting us. We're just thankful for that. But we're going to get into this interview today with the family of Michael Randall. And we will start by asking his mother, how do you feel about the situation that transpired that cost your son his life?
I think it was extremely unnecessary for him.
It's okay, ma'am. It's okay. It's okay.
He shouldn't have pulled my son over to him because, I mean, even by his own words, he says that he did not see my son. He couldn't tell whether my son stopped at the stop sign or not. He couldn't see. He just guesstimated from his feet.
Did this come from the mouth of the officer?
It's in the report.
Oh, it's in the report.
So it came from.
But when he walked up to your son's car, from the video I seen, he told your son that he ran a stop sign.
But the only person that ran the stop sign
was probably the
essentially
officer.
was the officer.
Trying to get to him.
Trying to get to him.
He ran it with his lights off too. He cut his lights off.
Yeah, he didn't turn his lights on.
Wow. And we're going to go and take a look at the stop where Mr. Randall lost his life. But from the report, the officer said I stopped you because you ran a stop sign. And Mr. Randall said, well, I don't think so. I didn't, right? And from that moment, the officer asked him to step out the car, right? But in the report, you said he don't know if he ran a stop sign.
You said that he did not physically see him run the stop sign. He could not see that.
But he had worked the
But
area.
he worked the area so much that, he could tell by his speed
Oh, no,
that
man.
he ran the stop sign.
That
he blew
doesn't
through
fly.
that stop sign.
No, it does not.
That's the word that officer used, that he blew through the stop sign.
Blew through that stop sign back there.
Yeah.
Wow.
And the only one that could look through the stop sign
What's the
was
officer?
Tarpon.
Have you been able to see this officer personally?
Not yet.
Not yet. It's been almost 2 years and you had no contact with this officer. What kind of contact have you had from the Rusk County Sheriff Office?
Very little. My sister had a meeting with John Wayne right after this happened and spoke to him a couple of times.
Before
we got no help.
As far as any interaction with you, the sheriff, what's his name, John Wayne? Wow, what a name like
No,
that.
there was nothing from, not even sympathy. They said we're sorry for your loss.
Wow.
They didn't even escort my son to his burial place.
They immediately
To his
started
final
controlling
resting
the
place.
narrative. They immediately started releasing statements that were false, and it doesn't take a super intelligent person to read their reports and find the discrepancies that were there, especially with the ones with the Brian Motti backdating paperwork and like.
Oh, so it's been some tampering with governmental records in there, right?
Yeah.
Have y'all
I'd
had
say
an opportunity to get the police reports?
Yeah.
Not
Well,
not
we
all
have
of
the
them.
we have
Our
the,
lawyer does.
we have the leading we have the paperwork that they gave us. So any knowledge that we know about this is what they decided was good enough for them to give out to us. And I mean,
They have just today released the rest of the discovery package that we were supposed to have.
Well,
May 3rd is when we found out that this video was even real.
Wow, wow, that was over a year and a half. Had passed since
And that's
the
this May.
incident happened.
This May.
Yeah, that's what I said, a year and a half.
Yeah.
Wow, and if you would not have an attorney, you probably wouldn't have gotten the records that you got.
I wouldn't be this far without
Wow, the
without
cover
the
up
attorney.
within the agency. And
Because no, they've yet to even release his personal belongings to me.
you still have
They won't give me a police report. They've not given me anything.
Wow, I wonder why is that? They haven't said. Have you
Because
personally
it's pending-
requested to
because
talk
it's
to
pending
John
lawsuit.
Wayne?
No, I've not personally talked to John
Well,
Wayne,
that-
and
I
I
think-
haven't tried.
But do you want to?
I'm-
Because you
now
have to
I
find
might.
out
Now I
what the
might.
cover-
At that time,
At
I
that-
did not.
Okay. I found out that the officer that shot your son
Mm-hmm.
was brought here to this county
By John Wayne.
by the sheriff.
Mm-hmm.
They're a
The-
rolling team.
Yes,
was like a
the
booster.
officer that shot my son helped get John Wayne elected. He worked on his campaign.
From his own mouth. That's from his own mouth.
From the officer's mouth.
Yeah, that's from his own mouth.
That he helped. You like to hold up the sign?
Did
Oh,
he
yeah.
help John Wayne get
That he was
elected?
like, he told him if he got elected, he'd come.
He'd think about giving him, then he'd give him some of his time, I believe was almost
Yeah.
a direct quote.
Wow. So, from my understanding, this officer that shot your son not only come here with John Wayne, but also work up under him at another police
I don't
department.
see. I don't know that. All I know about the officer that shot my son is that he worked for Dallas for 10 years. Don't know the reason why he's not there anymore, but
But John Wayne never been a sheriff at Dallas. They had a Lupe Valdez, I think, that was a sheriff at Dallas at one time, which was a lady, I believe. I wonder if they related.
I don't know. See,
That's some
I'm not
stuff
sure.
that we're going to try to uncover on Unlock, because that's why the show is called that. Because you're unlocking information that be able to help people in the future. And right now we're on location again in Rusk County, Henderson, Texas, on an event that Delia Gray put together for the mother of Mr. Michael Randall. Again, we're here from his brother Doug. Anything that you would like to share with the people that you would want them to know about your brother and the kind of person that he was?
I've been asked this question a lot, and I've always tried to sit there and think of an answer, and I've never really been able to come up with one that's good enough to describe who he was. But
I just realized
I
I did a
can-
little too much, so I'm gonna go home.
Thank you for what you did. Thank
Best
you.
wishes to you.
Thank you for everything.
No
Go ahead,
problem.
but
There's one right there.
I know who he wasn't, and
You see how quick
he wasn't.
came around
He
that
wasn't.
corner?
He was that compliant person that got out and that was asking former officer Shane Iverson, officer, please, could you tell me what I'm being arrested for? And this man had no regard. And I mean, from the video itself, I thought he had malicious intent whenever he blew through that intersection. You know, it's like, why are you trying to pull someone over? Why are you pulling him out of the car without even having his driver's license?
Right.
Shane Iverson, you didn't even know who my brother was, and you murdered him. And well, now you get to talk to me and everybody else about it eventually. And
Hopefully,
then,
hundreds of thousands of us will
Yeah.
come with questions for you. Would you say his name? Shane Iverson.
Shane Iverson.
Shane Iverson.
They got the same
Hopefully,
middle name.
many citizens.
Let me jump.
Hopefully, many citizens in this town will come forward with complaints about the Rusk County Sheriff's Office when they have been wronged. It's no need to be afraid to come forward in these situations. This lady here has to be a brave woman who have lost her son to sit here before y'all today to tell y'all how she feeling about the loss of her son, what she thinks she'll be doing, and what she would like to do moving forward in this situation.
Can I just say a little bit about my son first?
If you talk about your son, this is your day.
Like his brother said, you know, it's hard to describe because he was such a good person. He was kind, he was generous, he was a gentleman. And he was always making everybody smile. He lit up the room when he come in. And if you were sad or mad or upset, you wouldn't be very long, you know, after you got there. But he doesn't realize how many lives he touched here.
You know, I could see that today by the people that showed up for him. I spoke to a couple of people that didn't even know him,
No,
but because of the situation,
yeah.
they came out to support. And I wish it was a lot more people like that would be interested in humans.
That's what I would like for everybody to realize and understand, you know, this isn't just about my son, the protest. It's not just about my son. It's about your son, everybody's son, you know,
Talk to
because
the people.
this could have been, it could have been your child. It could have been your wife. It could have been your grandmother, your aunt, your uncle. Doesn't matter.
Could have been you.
Could have been you.
Well, I can say this
Yeah.
affirmatively. It wouldn't have happened if it would have been a woman.
It would not happen.
Shane Iverson isn't that type. Ever since he was so delicate in describing his little vignette that he liked writing about some little girl walking up to him and grabbing his hand. I mean, yeah, he's a veteran as well. He served after 9/11. That messed a lot of people up, but it's not an excuse for anything that he did. If that little girl could walk up to
Yes,
him
sir.
and grab his hand in the middle of a wartime, in wartime,
And he didn't kill him,
and
so he is conscious of his actions.
very much so. Just like when he hopped up on his knee and said that he was tactically compromised.
So did that thing stop over there? Is it out? It's still running?